Guys, deluded, man. YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Now, quality, not quantity, is a rule of life. Is a rule. I mean, I'm sure as you got older, you wanted less friends and more quality friends. I'm sure you wanted to spend less time doing something and more quality time. In general, we all value our time and we value quality over quantity, essentially. Arsenal were stockpiling centre-halves at all levels. Whether I'm not going to get into it, but whether we think they're good enough or not, they're stockpiled. So I thought, let me just look at a couple of the young ones or whatever, including Holding and Chambers, and see what my opinion is. And I tried to rank them. Please don't get caught up on numbers. You guys know Deluded gets gassed off these things. But yeah, first one I'm going to talk about, or I've got here, is I don't believe he's always been a defender. He's been a midfielder / defender. Danny Bollard, our captain at under 18 level. You've seen him restricted basically to under 18 level. He's starred in the FA Youth Cup, captained it. He's good in the air. He's good in the challenge. His recoveries are good. His positioning could improve a tiny bit. And he is kind of slow. So he's going to need to, he looks at Terry, but he's going to need to either improve his pace and agility, which is slacking because he's a bit stiff, or be like his idol Terry and be a bit smarter and a bit calculated, drop off a couple yards, step up when and these sort of things, get someone to cover you, all of these sort of things. He's 18. Why I admire him is because he's caught my eye, man. I like the way he brings the ball out the back. That's the main thing. I like the way he's firm in a challenge as well, man. He reminds me of an old school centre-half. What makes me admire him more? The same, he's a fighter, and the way he's fought for his career in his short career, it transmits into how he plays football. He's almost been released twice from Arsenal at 14, and when he found out he wasn't going to get a scholarship, he was just about to sign for Stevenage Town. Jonker asked him to come and make up the numbers, essentially playing for an Arsenal youth squad against Munich. They handed him a scholarship. So to go from not getting a scholarship and possibly signing for Stevenage Town, where he's from, to now bagging a scholar and being a main starter in the under 18s FA Youth Cup campaign, is fairy tale stuff, and he deserves it. I'm not too sure when his scholarship runs out or if he has signed a pro deal, but that's the next one on the agenda. And you have to think again with the amount of number of centre-halves, and maybe there's even young defenders coming through in the next crop of scholars. You have to wonder what the club's plans are, or if he will get a scholarship and an extension on the scholar, because some people get 3-year scholar, or a pro deal. So yeah, man, he's someone I got a lot of time. I got time for him, man. I'm not too sure if he makes it at the club, but he's someone that's caught my eye. It remains unclear. At 21 years of age, we've got Chafe. Can't really see the point of loading him to a League Two side. I don't get it. No disrespect to them. Personally, I think he's gonna have a career. He's gonna have a career at some level, if not Arsenal. I don't know if he'll make it at Arsenal. Wenger rates him highly, but I'm not sure. He's technically sound. He's firm in a challenge. He's one of them smart ballers that can play everywhere. Can play in midfield, centre half, right back. That's maybe why he might become a utility man, a master of all trades sort of thing at Arsenal if he gets them chances. But there's a lot of competition, and he's not really. I don't want to say he's not playing at Stevenage, but it's not really hitting the heights sort of thing. So it remains to be clear if he can make it here. But he's one I definitely think has a career. Then you've got Peggy or Pegiloso. I hope I said his name correctly. He's on loan. Is he on loan to Mallorca? Don't quote me, but he's on loan from us, guys. I think he has more chance of making it out of fullback at this club than he does at centre-half. He doesn't convince me. I don't know. Can't put my finger on it. It's definitely not his size because he's quite aggressive and decent in the air for his size, but he just doesn't convince me. Next, we've got Bielik. I don't want to talk about him, really, because I've spoken about him. I rate him very highly, but what scares me is the injuries and the loan to Warsaw. It just seems like there's a lax approach to his development and somewhat complacency, not on his side, because he's shown he can do stuff, whether it's at Birmingham on loan or whenever. Concentration has to improve. He's an excellent ball player, and he needs to get a clear run with injuries or it might not happen, man. But he's someone I rate. Zach Medley, former Chelsea boy, 6'4", excellent ball player. Concentration needs to improve, positioning needs to improve, but he's someone I've got a lot of time for. His physical and his technical abilities are something that gives me a lot of joy. And he can't be older than 18, so there's a lot. Apparently he's rated highly within the club and he might get first team chances next year. I'm not too sure about that, but he looks like someone that could be a talent, man. He's someone that you want to be, how do I put it, like Shafe to a degree, but mainly him. I want to be pleasantly surprised by him, so I don't want to put anything on where he could be, but I like him a lot, man. You've obviously got Mavropanos, I hope I've said his name correctly, the young Greek centre-half. I haven't seen him extensively, but when I watched the United, was it the United under-23s when we won 4-0? He was terrific. I saw him ping one ball with his weaker foot. I was like, okay, he can ball play. He's fairly strong. I do think it's a bit telling that he's been here from January. I know he's adapting and stuff, but he ain't been on the bench in any capacity, bar the Cat Yarabel against Chelsea. I felt definitely. I don't know his level. He's still adjusting. The Premier League's a fast league. You saw Willett get savaged out there. But maybe, I don't know, man. Like, Wenger of old might have dropped him on the bench and them sort of things there. Do you get where I'm going? So there's him. Then you've got Holding and Chambers. It's no secret. Out of all the names I've said, I rate Holding the best. Chambers, I'm not too sure for where I rate him, to be honest. I do think there's something there, but then I think he's going to end up being a utility man. Josh De Silva doesn't really count, but he can play centre half. There's been talk of forcing him there. So if I had to rank these guys, I'm going to say Holding slash Chambers. Just on the basis that they're clearly ahead of everybody now, but mainly Holding. I don't know where to put Chambers, to be honest. Don't get caught up on these. Second, I've got Bielik because I rate him highly, and Mavropanos, who I believe could pleasantly surprise us. So, do you know what? Holding and Chambers tied for first because I don't know where to put Chambers. Second, Mavropanos slash Bielik. So, yeah, that's 4 names done. Medley's third for me just due to his age. The next 18 months, I want to see where he's going. I'm going to have fourth. I'm going to have Chafe. Another one that I think is very good technically and stuff like that. But there's a lot of numbers around. Bullard, I'm going to have him fifth. Don't think he makes it here, sadly, but would love him to. I'm gonna have Peggy last. I really don't rate Peggy, to be honest with you. So yeah, you look at all of these centre halves. I've said what 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. There's around. I said about 7, 8 names. 7, 8 names. Only 2 can play on the pitch at a time. 3 if you go 3 at the back. Obviously, you can say there could be 4 or 5 in the side. So there's some space. But not everybody's going to have space. Like, these are coming to crucial ages. And the next 18 months, 2 years is going to be crucial when people get filtered out. Hopefully, in an ideal world, Holding goes from strength to strength and becomes that centre-half we want him to be. Mustafi, if he's still here, somehow becomes competent. So that's 2 centre-halves. Bielik develops, and Mavropanos, however you say it, develops. So, yeah, there's a lot of things. Shafe, I do think out of all of them, Shafe is lucky in that I don't necessarily think he's going to be nailed down as a centre-half. He's shown he's a competent in many positions. So, yeah, that's the end of the vid, man. I don't know why I did this or what I was trying to accomplish there, but, yeah, man. Guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, do the rest. Thank you for watching as usual.